here we have 4 aquatic carnivorous plants with a total of 28 mouths. And in this video, I'm going to place 100 mini shrimp in the same aquarium with them. Will this absurd number of shrimp be enough to trick their traps? Or will they manage to capture them? Well, I have no idea. So I decided to buy these right here. These are Palythoas, marine corals. But don't be fooled by their beauty. They carry one of the most powerful natural toxics known. They came in this box, and I always buy it from the Coral Cultural store. Okay, a cap, lids, some freebies, plastic, and there they are. And in this little bottle here came amphipods, but I'll explain that in a moment. This other bottle we have these. These are rotifers. There are about 100,000 here, and they'll be used for our experiment. The idea is to multiply them to at least 1 million within this video. Let's release the Palythoas, first, second, and third container. Now just a quick setup. Please don't release any toxins, and here they are! So we are going to go through 4 different types of food. This will be the first one. Basically, I'll need these 3 containers and this here, which serves as food. I'm going to take this little bottle full of them and pour a little into each one. A female can lay several eggs per day, which causes the population to double every 24 hours. In other words, 100,000 rotifers become 1.6 million in 4 days. And that's exactly what I want! To do that, I need to feed them. I use this concentrated microalgae. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 drops. That's all we need. Now just mix it well and add a little to each container. And morning came, with the light, the corals began to open. And I don't know if you knew this, but some corals have fluorescency. You can see it better under blue light. They can actually grow. 5 days later, here's the result. Believe it or not, there are about 1 to 3 million rotifers here. If you look closely, you'll notice the bottom got dirty. That's biomass. Basically, they can transform that green liquid into solid biomass. Look, these little guys are so important that without them, a large portion of the marine animals you know might not even exist. Rotifers are part of the zooplankton, which sits at the base of the marine food chain. The process goes more or less like this. Microalgae performs photosynthesis. Small microscopic animals eat these algae. Fish larvae and many invertebrates eat these microanimals. Larger fish eat the smaller fish. In other words, they help transfer energy from algae to the rest of marine life. Alright, these here are the fear Palythoas. I'm going to place them one by one into this aquarium. And now look at this incredible time-lapse of them opening. They really do resemble to some species of carnivorous plants, but they are much more dangerous, even to us humans. Yes, there have been several cases of people dying because of this tiny animal. Wait, did you see what I saw? That strange creature walking there. Believe it or not, those are starfish known as asterina. They stay that small, but the risk here is that they can nip at or even eat Palythoas. Alright, let's add this bottle with thousands of rotifers and copepods and see what happens. What you're seeing moving are the tentacles of this other chaos Palytho. Notice how they come into contact with it, but it just keeps moving its tentacles. Let's move on to this one. The magician. It also extends quite a lot. Palythoas keep their tentacles open in the water flow, and when a rotifer or copepod touches them, stinging cells loaded with potent toxins capture them, and the tentacle brings their prey to mouth. They actually touch it and then just stay there. It might be accumulating a certain amount before bringing them to the mouth. Now the green bottom. To me, this is the most aggressive one. Its strategy was different. Since its tentacles are small, it partially closed itself and formed a cup-like shape, and rotifers and copepods started falling inside. And that's how we captured many of them. Really genius. But wait, I'm still going to show you corals eating whole mini shrimp. I'm going to feed them a lot of adult brine shrimp, which are these small animals from the shrimp family. Much larger than a rotifer, right? And I also feed brine shrimp napli, basically newly hatched brine shrimp. I place the other and the adult brine shrimp are already on their way to my house. Meanwhile, let's hatch the babies. Basically, I fill this container with water from my aquarium. Tuck this jar with millions of brine shrimp eggs, and I'm going to take just a little, that amount is good. Now just close it, mix a bit, plug this into the outlet, put this air line opening here, and done. 18 hours later, it looks like this. You can see the Napoli, but many haven't hatched yet. But after 24 hours, you can see that most of them have hatched. Now let's add this to the Palythoas tank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and release! There should be at least 1,000 of these here. The green button already started capturing. This one doesn't waste time. The Napoli even get inside it, and it tries to capture them, but its tentacles are too small. This is the purple. I consider it a good hunter. Notice that each mouth reacts differently. That's because each mouth is actually a different individual. They stay together because they are a colony. This applies to all Palythoas. I thought there were too few, so I added another 1,000. Whoa, now it's full! One got captured down there, another over there, and another one there. Wait, look here! The other chaos managed to capture one. The green bottom managed to grab one, but he escaped. It's better at capturing larger prey. Hold on. I'm about to release the adult brine shrimp. There must be around 100, maybe 150 brine shrimp here. Let's open it and I'll grab some. Maybe about 10. Alright, let's see what happens. Whoa! I didn't notice, but look at the Palythoas on the left. It captured an entire brine shrimp, and it slowly closed to hold it in place. I don't know what happened there, but that brine shrimp somehow got stuck. They even stay for a while on the other chaos, but it's pretty slow at capturing. This one here though doesn't mess around. Notice it doesn't even close on the small ones. It's waiting for the big ones. Wow, it captured again! Now just pull it in. Oh no, the brine shrimp managed to escape! Let's improve this. I'm going to add more brine shrimp. It didn't take longer before the green button caught this one and grabbed another too. I told you it was a good hunter. But will they manage to escape? Whoa, one got away, but if you look closely, there's one firmly held right there on the left. This happens because the Palythoas release a viscous mucus on its surface. It works like a web. The brine shrimp touches it and it instantly sticks. That alone already makes escaping very difficult. And this here is the main strike. The Pally has cells called cnidocytes, which fire nematocytes, like tiny venomous harpoons. When the brine shrimp touches it, these harpoons are triggered automatically. They inject toxins. They cause almost instant paralysis. Exactly what happened to that one in Kick's mouth. After it sticks and becomes paralyzed, the tentacles begin to move slowly and pull the brine shrimp toward the mouth. While that one was stuck, another one was being swallowed. One got lucky and escaped. This one, not so much. I even tried offering it directly to the other chaos, but it's definitely a terrible hunter. Now I'm going to release it to the boss. This is an LPS acanthastria. It's a hard calcium skeleton covered by living tissue, while the Palythoas is a soft coral with no rigid structure. Let's go! It hasn't fully opened it yet, but it can already hunt. If you look closely, it started opening its mouth and preparing because it sensed the presence of the brine shrimp. Whoa! He grabbed the first one up there. It catches in a very fast way, almost impossible to escape. It has these outward tentacles that pull the prey in. And he grabbed another one right here. In this shot you can see it perfectly. The brine shrimp approaches slowly and suddenly it grabs with the tentacles and pulls it inside. And the other one beside it just waiting for the prey. This for me was the coolest moment. Watch closely. The brine shrimp approaches slowly and man, look at that quick strike. Goodbye brine shrimp. Now let's move to the fourth food, Fireworm. I don't know if you remember, but this is the spider's crab favorite food. These worms have white bristles that work like a small hollow spines. When touched, these bristles penetrate the skin and release toxins. Let's go. I released the smaller one. It fell straight into the coral's mouth. I'll try placing this one more in front. It managed to escape. I also placed it on the green button, but maybe it stunk it. Now choose your next refers video, and I'll see you there.